Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I felt called to do a channeled love message. So if you're wondering what your person wants to say to you, then this is a message for you. And I'm actually going to go right into channeled messages after I do just a small energy check between the two of you. So you should know, if you're resonating with this first part, that this is your reading. And normally when I feel called to do a channeled love message, it is for those of you who are in no contact. So we're going to start by getting a card for you to see your energy, and then we'll get a card for your person. We have the sacral chakra on the bottom and challenging times. So it does feel like there are blockages here between you. 5 of Wands. And we have sacral chakra energy. So let's start with the viewer. Let's see your current energy. So we have the throat chakra on the bottom. So I feel like you are not in communication with this person right now, and you could be trying not to communicate with them, or you could be feeling called to reach out to them, but you're trying to fight that urge to talk to them, because we have choose your battles here. So with the two energies I'm seeing here, this is the 7 of Wands and this is the 5 of Swords in reverse. So it feels like you could have been dealing with someone where there was a lot of conflict with that 5 of Wands, challenging times. And maybe this person wasn't in the energy where they wanted to resolve things. There could have been a lot of conflict here with the 5 of Swords that I'm seeing. And it feels like you are trying to avoid conflict with this person right now. You're trying not to get into an argument with them. And this choose your battles, right? Like you could have felt like no matter what you tried to say to this person, they wanted to argue with you. And choosing your battles, you're trying not to. It makes me think of, I've mentioned this before, but it makes me think of when my kids were younger and they were 3, someone gave me the advice, when you have a 3-year-old, you got to choose your battles. I'm not saying your person is a 3-year-old, but they could have been acting in an immature way. They could have been in this distorted masculine energy where there could only be one winner, one loser, or they wanted to argue with you. And this choose your battles is kind of, it feels like you're choosing not to communicate with this person right now, or you're not, maybe they also pulled their energy back, but it feels like that if you were to reach out to them, that it would cause more conflict, or there would be an argument. With the 5 of Swords in reverse, it does feel like you were having a hard time moving on from this person and that you would like to make amends and reconciliate with them. But right now you're choosing your battles. And the 7 of Wands can also talk about boundaries and protecting your heart space. So like if you know, like you could know that if you talk to this person or you reach out to them, it's just going to cause an argument. So you could be standing strong in your boundaries right now, protecting your heart space. Again, choosing your battles wisely is what I'm hearing. So let's see your person's energy. So look at this. I definitely feel like you were dealing with someone where there was like a clash of egos, or when you talk to them, they were communicating from a place of ego, and you could have been triggering that, that win or lose energy where you were getting an ego response from them. So instead of really hearing what you were saying, they could have been quite defensive, or they could have been acting from a place of ego, acting from a place of fear. They could have been quite defensive. They are in the energy of strength right now. This is strength, so Leo energy. We also have blue eyes here. So blue eyes could be symbolic. And we also have the third eye chakra for them. So right now your person seems to be going through some sort of awakening. And I want to say it's about their own ego. They could be having a realization that they were being triggered, or they were acting from a place of fear and ego. And, I think it has something to do with the fact that you're choosing your battles wisely. So you're not communicating with this person, you're not engaging with them, and it's allowing them to have this third eye awakening where intuitively they could be realizing that they were coming from a place of ego. We also, with this control card, it feels like this person is also trying to control their ego, and they could be someone who's going through a third eye awakening, but they could be trying to control it in some way. I just feel like whoever you were connected to, there was a lot of ego, and they were trying to control the situation rather than find resolution, is what I'm hearing. So that's what we have for that. Again, the good news is that they are going through an awakening with this third eye chakra, their third eye is opening. So their intuition is starting to overpower their ego, is what I'm hearing. All right, so we're going to go right into channeled messages. So if you're resonating with that, then this is your reading. It's so funny, I just did a reading before this one, and I'll mention it to you just because I had my candle in that reading and it was shining so brightly that I had to take it out of the reading. There goes my throat. And then I cleansed the space to do this reading, and now it's gone back to normal, which I just find a little magical. Anyway, if you feel called to watch that reading, it was something, I think the title is Your Light is Shining So Brightly. You might resonate with that reading if you're not resonating with this one. But let's go right into channeled messages. What are you? We have maybe later. We also have chasing on the bottom. So I feel like this person is wondering why you're not reaching out to them or why you're not chasing them anymore. Maybe it's because, whenever you spoke to them, it just resulted in an argument, is what I'm seeing with this energy. And like I said, you want to make amends. You want to overcome these difficulties, those challenging times. But right now you're choosing your battles and you're choosing to protect your heart space. And it's kind of allowing them to sit in their own ego and, have a realization about how they were trying to control the outcome or control the narrative, I'm hearing. So what does this person want to say to my viewer? What does this person want to say to my viewer? I'm actually feeling called to just grab a different deck. Hang on. Let me just cut this deck. We have fulfilled. When I'm with you, I feel fulfilled. So I feel like this person is realizing that you are their fulfillment. They're having some sort of awakening where they're realizing that you're their fulfillment. I just want to grab another deck here and see how they're feeling about you. So let's see how this person is feeling about you. I need to start bending this deck because it's silence, so they feel like you're being silent with them. You're no longer engaging in the argument, is what I'm hearing. I thought I was seeing a card flipped over. I guess I'm imagining things. So let's just take a quick look at how this person is currently feeling about you. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. So they're missing you. You're no longer chasing them. You see what I mean? So now that you've stopped chasing them, and you're choosing your battles and you're protecting yourself, now they can't stop thinking about you. So how is this person feeling about you? So they're clinging here, clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying, and we have releasing. So they feel like you could be releasing them, and that could be what's causing them to wake up here with that third eye awakening. Yeah, they feel like you're letting go, moving on, you're walking away. Again, you're choosing your battles, you're choosing not to engage. We have obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing, so they're not quite sure what is going on with you right now. You could be, like I said, protecting your energy here. Oh dear. We have curse, so your person could feel like you've put a curse on them, or they just have, this also says negative mindset. So they're having a lot of negative thoughts about this right now. We have withdrawn. Exactly. They feel like you've withdrawn your energy. And it's affecting them. Emotional storm. And we have trapped. So this person feels, I don't want to say they feel trapped with this connection, but they feel like they can't let go here. They can't stop thinking about you. And it feels like it's triggering their ego, perhaps. How is this person feeling about you? We have longing, craving, aching, wanting. We have memories. Oh my gosh, this person's in their memories, all right. We have a few cards about them not being able to stop thinking about you, longing for you, missing you, reminiscing. And we have abandoned, left out, walked away. So they do feel like you've walked away from the fight, is what I'm hearing. Let's get a few more for how this person is feeling about you. We have return, second chance, opportunities, making amends. And we have hoping. So this person is hoping for a second chance here. Maybe they were hoping that you'd come back. I just keep getting that energy where this person just wanted to fight and you just got sick of the fight and now you're choosing your battles. And we have boundaries. So protecting your energy, you could have put up boundaries and said, I'm not interested in fighting with you. If you want to have a mature conversation, you know where I am. I've had enough of the fights. And we have stress, so arguments. So again, there was a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments between you, and realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. So they are having an epiphany about this, about how there was a lot of tension, a lot of arguments. And on the bottom of the deck, we have second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity, wanting to roll the dice here. Beauty, which is Empress energy. Spying, they could be spying on you right now, trying to figure out what's going on with you. Maybe you've blocked them with that trapped and obscurity. Maybe, you know, you've blocked them, or you've made your social media private so that, or you've unfriended them so that they can't see what you're doing. Interesting. So let's get into channeled messages. Again, if this is your reading, this would be making a lot of sense to you right now, or this would be really resonating with you. So, fulfilled on the bottom. Let's see what this person wants to say to you. Channeled messages from this person. What does their higher self want to say to you? We have unawakened. So I feel like this person was unawakened, and maybe you were awakened, and you can't force anybody else to wake up. We have 44. So April 4th could be symbolic, or the age 44. Fear of losing their old life. So they could have had a fear of giving up their old life or their lifestyle. Feels like something is missing. I am fearful of letting go of what I have and what I know. What you're asking of me is impossible and makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. And it feels like, you just wanted them to wake up, or you wanted them to have a realization here. So we have denial of connection. So this person could have been denying this connection. March 4th, April 3rd, the age 34. I realized there was something between us, but I didn't have the time or capacity to understand it. Everything was too much too soon, and I had other things I needed to deal with. So they could have been denying this connection. We have tumultuous lives, 72. So July 2nd, February 7th, or 1972. We have experienced so many similar things in our lives. I always thought I was the only one to have these experiences. I take comfort in knowing that you truly understand me. Do you know what else I was hearing? It could be that this person grew up in a very chaotic household, or a household where there was a lot of turbulence. And this person could have wanted to, not consciously, but they could have subconsciously or unconsciously, when things are good. Maybe this is someone who creates chaos or self-sabotages. There's an actual term for that some lovely viewer pointed out to me once, but it was like a year and a half ago that they pointed it out to me. It's something that someone who grew up in a chaotic household actually does when things start to feel happy and they start to feel fulfilled. They actually unconsciously or subconsciously create chaos because it's what's familiar to them. So this person could have grew up in a very turbulent household, is what I'm hearing. We have spring. So 97. So 1997 or September 7th, July 9th could be symbolic. March 20th to May 5th, May 6th to June 20th. Let's keep going. Channeled messages for your person. Victim mentality. So that kind of reminds me of this stuck card. So this person could have felt like they were the victim here, or they could have felt like they could have had a victim mentality. So whenever you tried to communicate with them about something, they could have felt like they were being attacked or like they were the victim. I just can't. I'm feeling hopeless and helpless. There's nothing I can do. Life is what it is, and we just have to accept our circumstances. We have angel numbers and symbols, 8. So May 4th or April 5th or 54 could be symbolic. Here we have 8, so August. I am receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. So you would be seeing a lot of synchronicities about this person. We also have 57 here in your energy, or 75. So 1975 or July 5th, May 7th could be symbolic. In their energy, we have 86, so 1986, or August 6th, June 8th. What does this person want to say to you? We have intuition, so waking up to their intuition here, 47. Did we have 74 come out, or no, we didn't. Light bulb moments of realizations, and they are having this light bulb moment, epiphany. So April 7th or July 4th, or the age 47. It finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotions towards you. So they are waking up here to their intuition, and their intuition, it feels, is starting to overpower their ego. We have summer, 100. So June June 21st to August 5th, August 6th to September 21st could be important. We have Taurus energy, 83, so 1983, March 8th or August 3rd. I took forever in making up my mind about our connection. Instead of speaking to you, I would run away and indulge in unnecessary pleasures in order to ignore my feelings. So I do feel like this person could have ran from you. And maybe, you know, choosing your battles, you chaser, you stop chasing. This one talks about running away. So if you stop chasing them, I feel like that's kind of given them that epiphany moment. 48. So April 8th or August 4th. I don't know what I did to push you away. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? You told me you loved me and never felt this way before. Then why did you leave me? Why did you stop chasing me? I'm just choosing my battles is what I'm hearing. I'm not gonna, I'm hearing I'm not gonna chase something that runs away from me, because this card talks about this person running away from you. We have Union and in Sync, 11, so January 1st. Interesting. I want to commit to you and hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk away into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to release certain commitments and fully commit to you. So this is someone who saw commitment with you and, waking up to their intuition. This is coming in underneath intuition. So I feel like intuitively they did feel commitment with you, and that could have triggered that runner energy. We have Gemini, so 1984 or August 4th, April 8th. I wasn't there when you needed me the most. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship because I couldn't deal with my own emotions, let alone yours. So this could have been someone who wasn't emotionally intelligent or mature. And maybe even when you tried to talk to them about your emotions, they became quite defensive or their ego was triggered. Gemini. We have balancing. So 38 could be symbolic, or March 8th, August 3rd. Remorseful through actionable change, wants to undo the wrongs and do right by you. Understanding what you put in, you get out. I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took more from you than you were able to give, and I used you for my own benefit. So there could have been an energetic imbalance here, where that's actually interesting because on the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So there could have been an imbalance of energy. You could have been giving a lot to this connection and they weren't giving back. So they could have just been taking, and not reciprocating, which leaves the person who's giving feeling emotionally burnt out because you essentially drain your cup. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I'm sorry. So this person feeling remorseful for some of those actions. What does this person want to say to you? We're going to get one more row. We have Scorpio energy. I'm sorry for accusing you of things you didn't even do. So again, this person's ego, they could have accused you of doing things. They could have been very argumentative. I'm so used to people hurting me. I assumed you were just trying to hurt me too. I should have treated you better. August 9th, September 8th, or 1989 could be symbolic. What does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? We have, interesting, we have rebuilding, destiny, news, and what fell on the floor. Whoa. We have Capricorn and Divine Masculine. So 22, February 2nd, you're a magical muse to them, a great source of inspiration. I became inspired by your presence, your energy, and your beauty. Without you, I am missing my tools to create my next masterpiece. So this person did find you very beautiful, your energy very attractive. You could have been this, this is coming out for a reason. So if your person was someone who is creative, you could have been their muse. We have Destiny 33, so 2233, March 3rd. I'm understanding our relationship and our connection. What I once thought was trivial was something more on a higher consciousness, waking up, third eye chakra. I couldn't understand it then, but I do now. We have rebuilding, 37, March 7th, or July 3rd. I feel there needs to be a compromise in order to move forward. We have both blamed each other and accused each other of things. I want to heal all of this with you and know we can rebuild together. So clearly there were arguments here. We have Capricorn 91, so 1991 or September 1st, January 9th. I was too focused on my career, so this person could have prioritized their career over you. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'd be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. So clearly this person was prioritizing work and possibly other things like partying or drinking or friends over you with that Taurus card. And we have Divine Masculine 40. I'm working on my Divine Masculine side. And remember I mentioned I was seeing where you're choosing your battles and you were dealing with someone who maybe it was more important for them to be right because of their ego. That's distorted masculine energy. There can only be one winner and one loser. The need to go around in pointless circles in an argument. That's distorted masculine energy. I need to be more assertive, confident, and speak up for myself. I can no longer bow out of things and situations when I become fearful, which we saw something about them running. And ego, fear, actions from a place of fear and ego. But fight for what I love, and that is you. So this feels... I'm just going to get three more. Three more. So April could be symbolic. Three more messages from this person. Three more messages from this person, please, Spirit. Yeah, we have regret here. So this person is in regret. 75, so 1975 or July 5th, May 7th. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. And maybe you have someone else in your energy, or they just think that you have someone else in your energy with that image that I'm seeing there. We have fateful encounter, so January. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. So this is someone who felt like an instant soul spark with you, or the way you met could have seemed very fated. And we have karmic partners, so there could have been karmics involved here. 19, so January 9th, September 1st. I know I am settling if I'm not with you, but I feel I am stuck because I am afraid of change. I'm used to what I have, even if it's not enough for me. I am working on feeling deserving of you. So there could be some karmic interference here as well, whether that's a karmic partner or karmic people, karmic situations. So we're going to get some tarot now to confirm all of this. So I'm just going to go right into your person's energy. So Spirit, we're looking at the person the viewer is connected to. We have the devil in reverse. So there could have been some unhealthy patterns that this person had. There also could have been codependency. There could have been like anxious attachment, anxious avoidant is what I'm hearing as well. But the devil in reverse is actually someone who's becoming more self-aware. So I do feel we have Capricorn energy. So yeah, look, remember that third eye awakening. We have the Ace of Wands. So they are, waking up to this or waking up to their own unhealthy patterns. They're becoming more self-aware of maybe how they were acting from a place of fear and ego. Releasing toxic traits or toxic things like that. Six of Cups. Interesting. So show me this person's current energy. Whoa, we have the King of Cups. So remember I mentioned someone who was lacking emotional intelligence and didn't know what to do if you were talking to them about how you felt. It could have really triggered their fear here. We have the King of Cups for their current energy. So this person is currently sitting in their emotions is what I'm hearing. They are becoming more emotionally intelligent, trusting their heart is what I'm hearing. They could also be getting advice from someone or like a counselor or something. We also have Ace of Swords here. So they're having some sort of epiphany, some sort of realization, some sort of aha moment. Your person is having a breakthrough when it comes to their emotions is what I'm hearing. Let's get one more. We have the Page of Wands. So I do feel like this person is feeling inspired to take some sort of action with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands does talk about, it can talk about a message or feeling inspired to send some sort of message. Interesting. I'm also hearing the action we take after an awakening. So the action we feel inspired to take after we've had a realization. Interesting. One more for their energy. So we have the Nine of Cups. That's interesting because we had that fulfilled card. So I feel like this person is realizing what truly fulfills them with the Nine of Cups, what their true happiness is. It seems like they're, starting to follow their intuition and their heart with the Nine of Cups. And we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this person is healing. Three of Swords in reverse. They do want to apologize. They want forgiveness. They want to make amends. They do have regret here. The Three of Swords also talks about reconciliation and separation. So I do feel like this person through separation is realizing what fulfills them. That is you. I kind of like the similarities of these two cards next to each other. So let's see how they're feeling about you right now. For some reason, I feel very subdued and quiet while I'm channeling their energies. So I do feel like this person is being quiet with you. I also have, look at that, Six of Pentacles. So they definitely, for how they feel about you, there's definitely this energy where they feel like you deserve equal give and take. And they feel like, was it this card that said that? I took more from you than you were able to give. So this person felt like you were giving, and they were just taking. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you, and I'm sorry. So we also have the Seven of Swords in reverse underneath the deck here. So they are, they want to set their record straight about this. This is weighing heavily on them right now. And before I started this reading, I kind of felt apprehensive about doing it, or not apprehensive, but I was almost, when I channel energy, I pick up on the person I'm channeling, and I was channeling your person's energy, and I almost felt nervous to give you these messages sitting in your person's energy. So they could be nervous to come out of the dark here. They could be nervous to get something off their chest here. How is this person feeling about you? Knight of Cups. So, you know, maybe this person is feeling like they weren't ready for the love that you were giving. You know, they were feeling, for how they're feeling about you with this Knight of Cups and the fact that they're in King of Cups energy right now, it does feel like this person is realizing that they weren't meeting you in an emotionally mature way, I'm hearing. They definitely have romantic feelings for you here with the Knight of Cups. They could be feeling like sending you a romantic message. We have the Four of Cups in reverse, so they do have a new understanding of this. With the Four of Cups in reverse, there's clarity, there's awareness here that they weren't, I just keep hearing they weren't meeting your emotional needs. So there's this new awareness that they were not being emotionally mature with you. And also, you know, that they weren't appreciating the love that you were giving them. This energy that you were putting in, they were taking it for granted, I'm hearing. This person could have been someone who, I'm hearing, like emotionally selfish. How is this person feeling about you? Like they're feeling new clarity and awareness, new perspective on this, that they need to be more giving when it comes to love. They can't just come towards you as this knight or expect you to do all the work. There's this awareness with the Four of Cups in reverse that they need to be more active when it comes to giving love. Now my ears are ringing. How is this person feeling about you? We have the sun. You're their sun. You're their sunshine. They're having, you know, clarity about you right now. They feel like you were their fulfillment with the sun. They could be feeling like they needed to heal, like there's things they need to heal. They want to heal this connection with the sun. But for how they feel about you, they feel that you're their happiness, that you brought a lot of light to their life. One more for how they're feeling about you. The Fool. So they could fear that, look, we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom. So it does feel like, you know, they feel like your boundaries are up or you're protecting your heart space. But they feel like they need to take some sort of leap of faith towards you. They want a new beginning with you with the Fool. My bad, I'm not mentioning any signs. We have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Leo with the Sun and Aries with the Fool card. This person could, you know, I'm hearing fear. They could have a fear that you're moving on without them or that you have someone new in your life. What is this person's intentions towards you? What are their intentions? Well, that's interesting. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this person wants to, their intentions towards you, we have Hanged Man, Pisces energy, Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this person's intentions are to overcome adversity here, overcome these challenges. Remember, Five of Wands, challenging times. They want to overcome those. They want to overcome the conflict. They want to make positive change. I'm also seeing Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, 555. So their intentions here are to come in out of the cold, to free themselves from the challenges that keep them stuck. Hanged Man energy, this person, you know, their intentions could be to hold back or wait until they feel they've made these positive changes before coming in out of the cold. Because Hanged Man energy is about waiting, waiting to come in out of the cold. So there's something they're waiting for here. The other thing I was hearing with Hanged Man energy is about new perspectives. So I feel like this person's intentions are to show you that they've changed through action. And on the bottom, we have the Six of Cups. So their intentions are to reconnect with you, to have a reunion with you here, to heal this with the Six of Cups, to reach out to you, overcome those challenges. Five of Wands in reverse. So this is about a truce. This is about not wanting to fight. So their intentions are to reach out to you and not to argue, to not have that conflict, to not have those challenging times. Resolution, Five of Wands in reverse. So show me their future action, please, Spirit. Show me their future actions. We have the Ten of Wands, which is very much symbolic of storybook ending, coming home, returning home, healing. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So this person could want to, High Priestess, you know, they could want to take their guard down here. After a period of quiet, I feel like they come towards you with a stable offer. They could come in a little guarded, like they could come in masking a little with the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about being full of like passion and love, but remaining calm, cool, and collected, or having a calm exterior. So it does feel like this person, for actions, returning home. Music could be symbolic, like maybe they send you music. The High Priestess, it almost feels like they want to confess something to you or come clean about something. And then the Ace of Pentacles is a stable offer, an offer for a new beginning, an offer to put down roots. And I always hear like down to earth with the Pentacles. So it does feel like I'm hearing down to earth action for some reason. Ace of Pentacles wanting a new beginning with you, revealing to you that they want a new beginning with you with the High Priestess. Eight of Wands on the bottom. So there's that communication. Interesting. Why do I feel apprehensive? Maybe this person, for action, like maybe they're patient about coming towards you. Maybe it takes a little time for them to come towards you with this offer. I feel so subdued right now. It's very strange. Like I feel very like quiet and subdued sitting in their energy. So, you know, maybe when they come in this very quiet, subdued energy, or they come in a little guarded and quiet with the High Priestess, but wanting to offer you this new beginning. So I feel like in the past, this person, there was arguments, or they came towards you like, I'm almost seeing the Knight of Swords, like they communicating in a very intense or impulsive way. This feels very like subdued to me. Like they're coming in with communication for actions, but it's almost like they're coming in very quietly, very, I don't think this person is coming in to fight at all, because their intentions are to come in out of the cold, to show you a new side of them, and to have resolution, to not have conflict. So it almost feels like this person reaches out and is very quiet and just says, you know, I would like a new beginning with you. I would like to try again. I want to see, I don't know why I just did that. I want to see their energy when they communicate with you, because I'm feeling very subdued right now. What is their energy when they come in? Are you kidding me? What? They're going to be very straightforward. The Emperor, they're coming in very grounded, very bold, I'm hearing. They want to step up. I'm hearing like no BS. They're going to be very straightforward with you. I'm a little surprised by that. The Emperor, they're coming in very controlled. right? They're coming in very, like, they're controlling. I'm hearing they're going to control that ego, or they're not. I just keep hearing avoiding conflict, wanting resolution. So they're going to come in with this solid offer, and they're just going to be very straightforward with you. No BS. This high priestess could be something they want to reveal to you. I want to see how you're going to feel when this offer comes in. Maybe it's you that's subdued. How are you going to feel when this offer comes in? I think that was the first time that I laughed in this reading. How are you going to feel when this offer comes in? Interesting. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Knight of Swords. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, for how you're going to feel when they come in. I'm getting a very, like, first of all, look at that little pig with wings. You know the expression, when pigs fly? When pigs fly. So there's something about that when this person comes in, it's going to be something that I feel like you're going to see a different side of them, a side of them that maybe you even use that expression. Yeah, that person will be the emperor when pigs fly. That's what I'm hearing. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, the World card. You're going to feel like some sort of cycle has ended. You're going to feel like whatever cycle that they were stuck in the past, it's over now, or it's like the cycle has been broken. You could even feel like when they come in with this communication, you could impulsively feel like jumping at their offer because they're being so clear and straightforward. And again, maybe you were never expecting them to come in this way, because I keep hearing when pigs fly, like you thought this person would come in like this when pigs fly, is what I'm hearing. So how are you going to feel when this person comes in? Let's look at the Page of Cups. You're going to feel curious. You're going to feel intuitively drawn towards them when they come in. You're going to feel curious about this offer that they're coming towards you with. Like I said with the Knight of Swords talks about impulsiveness. So when this person comes in, how are you going to feel? You could want to jump at this offer because they're being so, like, they're really stepping up here. Fresh perspective. You're going to see a fresh perspective on this person, and maybe it has more to do with, like, maybe that Knight of Swords has more to do with the cycle that they're breaking. Like maybe in the past, they were really impulsive with their communication or reacting from a place of fear, like intense arguments. Maybe that Knight of Swords is about you seeing a new perspective of them not being in this Knight of Swords energy anymore. Fresh perspective. You're going to feel a fresh perspective of this. And it talks about new sensations. It talks about an emotional rebirth. So you're going to feel like this person has had some sort of emotional rebirth. And I keep being drawn to the fact, something about emotions with this person. Like, you know how some people, like you see it in TV shows sometimes or movies, like when a feminine starts crying, the man is like, oh, don't cry. Like, I don't know what to do when a girl cries. So maybe your person had a hard time knowing what to do with emotions. You're going to feel like this person has had an emotional rebirth and they're no longer in this like intense defensive type of energy is what I'm hearing. It also talks wanting to renew a romantic relationship. So you could like very quickly because of the way they're showing up in this Emperor energy, being very honest with you, coming in this stable energy, you could very quickly want to renew something here with them. And also the Knight of Swords can talk about like someone who has a lot they want to say. So I'm seeing like messages back and forth, like you could feel like you have a lot you want to say to this person because they're finally opening up to you, or they're finally in this, they finally had an emotional rebirth where you can speak openly and not have to choose your battles. Like maybe in the past you felt like you were walking on eggshells with this person, for example. The World, like you're going to feel like some sort of cycle has come to an end and there's a possibility for a new chapter. Page of Swords, another card about curiosity. So you're going to feel curious about what this person has to say. You're going to want to hear more from them. What do you need to know about this person? What do you need to know about this person? We have the Three of Pentacles. So this person, whoa. What do you need to know about this person? The Three of Pentacles, it does feel like this person wants to work together as a team. They want to find a resolution here with you. They want to get on the same page. The Lovers, this could be a divine love connection. I feel like this person, you know, for what you need to know about them, they have made the choice that they want to work things out with you, that they want to get on the same page. And this is about working as a team. So I feel like you and this person are going to be able to come to some sort of compromise here, work as a team. That's interesting. Show me future potential between these two people, please, Spirit. Future potential. I don't know what that is, but it just fell in between my legs. There, I laughed finally. Some people, oh, that's a card that was in between my legs. Anyway, some people like, what are you laughing at? I haven't laughed this entire reading. Your potential outcome, holy shit. Anyway, your potential outcome, we have temperance, balance, compromise, energetic balance, equal give and take, harmony, balancing of feminine and masculine energies, Sagittarius energy. We have the Star, so hope rejuvenated. So future potential, your hope is going to be restored in this connection. Your hope is going to be restored in this person. This also talks about healing, reconnection, wish fulfillment. We have you both fighting for this connection, those boundaries coming down. Balancing of feminine and masculine energies. I'm seeing yin and yang here. We also have off to the side, we have the King of Pentacles. Future potential, Four of Wands, King of Pentacles. And guess what the King of Pentacles talks about? Emotional, not just financial security, not just security, stability. It also talks about emotional stability, I think. I'm pretty sure the King of Pentacles also mentions emotional stability. There's something about this person's emotions that keep coming through, or their lack of emotional maturity. Emotionally and financially secure relationship, King of Pentacles. So your outcome, oh my gosh, patience. No, not patience. Maybe you have to have patience. Harmony, balance, healing, energetic balance. You give, I give. I always see temperance as two cups, like you give, I give, you give, I give. We have Four of Wands, which is union energy, marriage, living together. King of Pentacles, abundance, prosperity, security, safe, kind, protective, generous provider, serious relationship, emotionally and financially secure. Well then. This is reminding me of Leo's energy. I'm a little speechless. So I want to get a card of advice for you. What is your advice about this person? TikTok, divine timing. So what advice do you need about this connection? We have by the book, 11. Oh, are you kidding me? We have soulmates. Oh my gosh. And then on the bottom we have peace. So peace will be restored, I'm hearing. There's something about this person being who they are as a result of their experience in life with that card. So 11. You know, every time I touch this deck, that soulmate card comes out, and I haven't touched this deck in a little while, so of course it came out. So getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows this relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. And I did go on that tangent about this person growing up in a chaotic household, so that could have to do with something about how they grew up, could have to do with their emotional intelligence as well. And 41. Which I'm going to read you. I'm going to read you this one. Soulmates. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is a kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being will enter this dynamic so that you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did they do this to me, but rather, what is the gift in this? Look in the mirror. You will only be changed for the better. So it does feel like this was a connection that maybe triggered the two of you to break some unhealthy patterns. I want to get you some surrender cards. This was supposed to be a channeled message, but whatever. We do have fear of intimacy on the bottom. So your person could have had a fear of intimacy or being emotionally intimate. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And I think that's interesting because they're in King of Cups energy. Well, we have a bunch. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all that you can do to make things happen, and then to let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. We have surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let wisdom work its magic for you. We have surrender to the wisdom of your body. So when this person comes in, listen to how your body reacts. If this person comes in and they are full of, and your body is full of like fear and anxiety, and you're like shaking, don't respond in that moment. Your body will let you know based on what this person is saying to you when they make this contact. You will know how to respond. If you start to feel sick and anxious, that's your body's way of like rejecting whatever. That might sound a little harsh, but it's true. Like I can speak from experience with that. Like I've had messages that make me feel like ill and I start to shake and feel anxious, and my whole body is saying like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't feel right, but my ego, my mind, or my desire to control the outcome is like, but you have to respond right now. So listen to your body when this action comes in. Your body will tell you if it's the right time. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So if their message makes you feel energized and happy, that's a good indication that whatever they're saying to you is aligning with your higher self. But if you feel cautious and sick, that's an indication that maybe something's still off, or maybe you need to take some time before you respond. And we have surrender to silence. So I do feel like things are silent. I do feel like you're surrendering to silence already, choosing your battles. So you're already doing this one. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And if you are feeling physically drained or uncomfortable when they reach out, surrender to silence. Don't respond in that moment. I hope that makes sense. But if your body feels good and you feel energized and you see a new perspective of them in their communication, which is what these cards were saying you'd feel, then you can respond if you want to respond. But if you don't feel that way, take some time to think about it or surrender to silence before responding. Hopefully that helps you, my friend. Anyway, this was a interesting one. I just want to get a few more messages from them, from a different deck. So let's see what this person wants to say to you. Oh, that's the one. They feel like you're the one. Their higher self said, that's the one. And now I'm seeing Love Actually when they're like, if you'll know what I mean if you know what I mean. I think about us a lot. Let's make magic happen. When pigs fly, is what I just heard. Maybe you're just quiet and subdued right now, my friend, because that's what I was feeling during this reading. Take a leap. So if it feels right, take a leap. Take that leap with them. I feel like they're going to take that leap of faith towards you is what I'm hearing. We have, it still hurts. And why am I crying? So clearly they still think about you. Why am I crying? Why am I feeling these emotions? Right? Their energy. Oh my gosh. We have to the moon and back. Once bitten, twice shy. So there could have been something that happened in this person's... Now I'm hearing a song. What song is that? Gosh darn it. What song is that? I don't know it well enough to know what song it is. Once bitten, twice shy. Hang on. I gotta see if I can find this song. Is my Spotify connected? Let's see. I gotta turn it down so that I don't get some kind of copyright. Hang on. Son of a gun? Is that what I'm hearing? Hang on, I need to check this. Nope, hang on just 1 second. Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. It was the song. You guys have no idea how much time I just spent looking for the song that I was hearing. And it was that first song that I thought it was, but I just didn't see it when it was staring me straight in the face. It's Son of a Gun by Oland is what I was hearing. And the very first line is once bitten, twice shy. That song could be symbolic. Anyway, that was embarrassing. I don't even want to tell you how long I spent looking at, like, I looked at 10, 11, 12 other songs at their lyrics. And then I'm like, maybe I should go back to that first song and make sure I didn't overlook those. It was the first song I was looking at. Anyway, now that that's over, we have Try and Try Again. We have I Do, and we have All of You. So now I'm going to leave it here. I am sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.